There are so many agile operating models out there. Scrum, Kanban, Scrumban, XP, so many out there. What is the best for your team? In this video, we're going to uncover the pros and cons of each operating model. So like promised, I'm going to give you a couple options on how you can pick your way of working or your operating model within your team. The first thing I'm going to do is provide you with a decision tree. So there is also a table that I'm going to go through and give some pros and cons of each and some benefits as well. But this is maybe a starting point. If you're new and you don't know where to go, let's just start here and then we can take a look at the pros and cons shortly. So the first thing at the top is, has someone chose a lifecycle for you? So again, this is a decision here. Sometimes that's the case. You have no choice. And the only option is you keep it as is or you convince them. Right? Hopefully this video can help you provide that data or just showcase maybe there's some other options we can try out going forward that might help and improve efficiency or our plan or deployment to market. So really important here. So you can go down. The second decision would be, maybe someone hasn't, so maybe you get some options. So the question would be, do you understand what customers want? So if you don't, then that's exploratory. And we'll explain a little bit about that later, but you could think of that as like a startup. You're trying to just figure out what customers want and validate that. And so you're kind of working a little bit ad hoc and a little bit chaotic, I would say, just trying to get things done and understand the customers. So you can go down here, if you understand what they want, you can say, is this a large program or a team of teams? So, or is this a large program requiring a team of teams? Yes. Hey, maybe a program is for you. You could think of this too, like maybe a traditional program. And we'll go here and we'll show the difference between a serial and a program, but you can think of the differences like, how the testing occurs. In a program, testing can occur as needed with teams and teams. Meanwhile, the serial is done in a fashion where maybe you're gathering requirements, you're creating documents, and then you're validating testing at the end. So keep that in mind, the differences, at least for this video. Let's go down this decision tree. So let's say, is this large program requiring a team of teams? Maybe no. Is this being funded by a project? We'll just say yes. Is this low risk, something you've done before? We'll say yes, we've done it before. Does this team have traditional skills and mindsets? Yes. So you can see here, maybe serial is for you. Again, if this is interesting to you, please subscribe. Helps create future content, or we can call it waterfall. That may be the case. I'm not sold on waterfall or agile. I'm sold on whatever works best for your team. So keep in mind that is an option, and that might be work best for you. Let's keep on going through these decision trees to kind of get to the other ones. This is a low risk or something you've done before. We'll say no. Do you face rapidly changing requirements or priorities? Yes. Hey, lean, also widely known as Kanban. So that might be for you, which is pretty wide known. Things that are changing really quick, it's hard to plan. So let's just prioritize a list of things and people pull from that. Let's go down to go to the other ones. Does this team have an agile mindset? Maybe agile is for you. And we could say, for this purpose, is to Scrum. Let's make it more specific, maybe something more relatable. So really do it. So just doing Scrum. So that might be the best for you. Let's go over here on the left-hand side. So this is kind of where it gets a little bit more advanced, we could say, because there's some questions here. Do you want to release often? Yes. Do you need to release very frequently? Yes or no? So you can see here that these are more advanced options because you can see they have a corresponding other framework here, just not continuous. You can see here as well, this is continuous lean, continuous agile. And we'll go over that in a little bit, but you can think the difference is that these teams maybe have automated deployment pipelines for the code. So you could think that in maybe testing. So they're able to do it much quicker because it's automated. Someone's not manually pushing the code and there is some automation there. But overall, same thing minus that piece. So now that we covered this decision tree, hopefully that helps with if you're getting started, maybe somewhere to start. Now that we're at the end of this video, this is the second video, a 3-part series. The first one covered some kind of basics, some overview of why this is important, what types of models there are, what things to think about. This one actually went into a decision tree, so what you should be thinking about if you're just starting and don't know where to start. The third video will talk about the details of pros and cons and benefits of these different operating models. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you in the next video, and stay agile-ish.